up. Like Scotty. Call before it's flipped. No, just let it hit the ground, Georgina. Big throw on it. As it is. Good luck, boys.
As you can see, Scott Lucas winning the toss in the absence of Matthew Lloyd, who's out with that hammy. Essendon will kick to the right of screen. That hamstring, it's the same hamstring for Matthew Lloyd. Real concerns for him. The calf muscle of Chance Bateman just hasn't come up. It's already happening at centre-half back between the Essendon and Hawthorn boys. It's on for young and old. This is going to be some sort of game. News elsewhere just regarding another player with player misbehaviour in the news. Ray Hall from the Richmond Footy Club, involved in a barroom dispute over on Friday night, has been suspended for 3 games by the club. That will come into force when he's available for selection and has been pinged with a $5,000 fine. Boys, it's going to be all happening on the field and off it today. Good luck with the call.
Well, they don't like each other. That's certain knowledge from all concerned in football world. Look at them go. Hodges into it. Welsh is in there. Monfries. It's on for young and old at the MCG. Arch enemies. Hawthorn, Essendon. I'm tipping the Hawks. Michael, who are you going for?
I'm going for Essendon.
I think the Bombers as well. Gee, it promises to be a cracker. What a great start.
It's about all he can do in footy these days is bump.
So about to get underway here at the MCG. It's been on Hurley. Essendon versus Hawthorn.
Play on.
Well done by Campbell. Gets it down, but
chance, mine.
an immediate bounce again.
Thanks.
Jason Johnson, great to see him back for the Bombers.
And a big match up for this game is Buddy Franklin and McPhee. He's going with him all the way.
Chance for Hurd. Well done, Jason Johnson. Gets the first clearance towards half forward. Well done. Great work from Murphy. Franklin starting across the midfield. Oh, his handball was astray. Chance here for Lovett. Runs to 45. Can he kick the opening goal? He can. Now, there's a free kick here. The goal. Now, what's going to happen? I think it's going to come out of the centre. Umpire McBurney, you can see, is going to award a free kick, I think, to Hawthorn.
Yeah, Franklin was decked off the ball, Chriso, after the goal was kicked, so the free kick will start from the centre 50 for Hawthorn.
And, Michael, that's what you're talking about, the skills of the Hawthorn players under pressure.
And that's costly to be able to have that turnover early in the game when you're trying to set a standard for yourself. And, of course, the Essendon players go rub that in to Buddy for missing that handball.
So Mitchell's got it for the Hawks in the middle of the MCG. A long penetrating kick. Working under the ball was Crowd. Now Mark Johnson in the true centre half back position. Handball's over to Big Laycock. Now to the run of Winderlich, who's started this season well. Back today to half forward Lucas. Got to beat a couple, can't do so. Campbell Brown, he won't mind it rough and tough. He goes short, looking for Sewell, can't take the mark. Back to Brown. Now the chance, the Hawks here to use the football correctly. Crawford will switch it out wide, good vision, and away they go. This is Birchall, he can almost run all the way here, Birchall. He goes short and he finds Crow, who drops an absolute pud. That's a shocker from Trent Crow, should have nailed that one, and the Bombers out of trouble.
Stanton across half back, delivers out wide, and he's got Monfries just forward of the centre wing. Handball, oh gee, Stanton had to prop it away, gave the Hawks a real opportunity. McGlynn, brilliantly done though by Monfries, put his head down, no free kick forthcoming, and they tie it up. Umpire letting it go. Monfries, eventually it comes clear.
You've got it, Damien.
And the umpire's really letting it go early stages. And contested footy, surely he's got a call for it now. Ironically, just as Lovett was about to break free.
Well, Trent Crow's just got to snaffle that. I mean, that's as easy as it comes.
Yeah, they're gimmies.
So Crawford wins the ball for the Hawks. Over to McGlynn. A long ball. Fletcher read it beautifully. And he's got plenty of time to use it. Just a little chip to the wing. And to McVeigh. Back to Fletcher. He's just knocking up getting kicks this season. Inside 50 again. Lucas is double teamed.
And that's what we'll see quarters for most of the game. Hodges playing on the half-back flank. He's been picked up by Welsh at the moment, but he'll continually float in front of those big forwards. Brown has Lucas, so that is a big match-up for Brown.
Campbell decisively. Little fumble from Lewis. Ball still in dispute. Well done, Campbell. Crawford, quick hands. Franklin, Ladson, and now Guerra. Under pressure. Dangerous kick across the ground, but it's okay. It comes off, and the mark's taken by Gillum. Half back for the Hawks. wide to Sewell. What a year he's having, following on his third in the best and fairest last year for the Hawks. Brad Sewell, great kick.
And has heard today also as a matchup.
Dropping into space, chips it. Crowd again on the lead. Well done, Michael. That muscled him. Dixon, clever. Oh, handball behind Boyle. Should have been in front. Boyle fights on. Numbers though with the Bombers, and Lovett breaks free with blistering speed. And the short kick, Peveril couldn't handle it, but gets the handball from Jason Johnson. And now Winderlich. Little fumble, allows Franklin in, but Winderlich did very well. Lovett. Good pressure though by the Hawks. Now Stanton. Stanton kicks towards Welsh in good position, and he marks 45 from goal. Thought about going on with it and chose correctly to go back. There wasn't much on offer, and Andrew Welsh, a chance from just inside 50.
Well, he was able to get that and float off his man and get the third up jump, and that's the Hawthorn players just zoning back on Lucas. So options have to use other options coming forward at times.
Andrew Welsh has kicked 1 goal 7 for the season. Now he's kicked 2 goal 7. The Bombers with an early break at the MCG. Great run out of defence, sparked by Andrew Lovett.
It was, and it was just good run. One of the areas that they suffered last week, Essendon, was their run through the midfield. They've added a couple of players in Jason Johnson and Winderlich into the side to give him that bit more run. And then Welsh was able to get off his man and take a third up mark.
Perfect start for Essendon. Goals to Welsh and Lovett. Sees the Bombers in front by 12. Rain stopped at the MCG. Difficult conditions, a little bit slippery, but nothing I don't think the players can't handle. Peveril also having a career best season disposal-wise, averaging 24 a match as the Bombers again work it inside 50. Johns was the flyer. Is Ladson. Over to Brown and nowhere to go, so he concedes a rush behind.
Hey, Vossy, the Andrew Welsh move's a real win for Essendon already. He looks like he's got the stopping job on Luke Hodge playing as a defensive half forward, so that's a real win for the Bombers early. And he's been able to get off him a couple of times also, so Hodge will want to float off and go third man up in those contests. So, yeah, definitely Welsh has got to become a target there.
Hodge got it to Lewis. Now Sewell out in front of McPhee. He's got support inside by Franklin. Now loose player just inside attacking 50 is Boyle, and the clever kick from Franklin was able to pinpoint straight to Boyle, and Tim Boyle now a chance from just inside 50 to score Hawthorn's first goal of the afternoon. Ben Dixon creating traffic there, and Tim Boyle, what a great story it is. He's kicked 7 goals, 6 for the season, 3 goals, 4 from set shots. Great kick off the boot. Hawthorn have their first at the G. Lance Franklin involved playing up the ground, as you said, Michael, but really creative there from Lance Franklin.
Yeah, and that's about getting the game on his terms a little bit. McPhee likes to have the ball out in front of him. He's getting him up into traffic, forcing him to make decisions, and at the moment been involved in the play early, so that'll be good for Buddy and for Hawthorn.
There's Alistair Clarkson coaching his 50th game in the big time this afternoon. And it's the Bombers by 7. There's Mitchell on hands and knees. Laycock snares the footy. Handballs over to Stanton. Gets the kind bounce and finds Welsh again. So Welsh has been called to go. Kicks. Good one to Johns. That was a wonderful pass.
Catch.
And Courtney Johns. Interesting stat, all his 14 career goals, Michael Voss, have come from marks.
Very interesting, and yeah, it means it's obviously something he's got to work on, is that second effort. We know he can lead strong and take a great mark, but when the ball hits a deck, he's got to be able to get after it and find another avenue of how to be able to score goals.
Kicked 2 goals so far in his 2 matches this season. Needs to have a big day with no Matthew Lloyd. Drives, kick, and makes no mistake. Bombers get their third.
Well, if the trend continues, we're in for a bit of a score fest. We expected it to be free-flowing with these two teams, and Welsh has once again been able to get off Hodge, leading to the ball. Hodge has got to get a little bit better at that.
He's been a revelation, Andrew Welsh, up forward, hasn't he? He really provides him with a real target across half forward since he's moved from defence.
Yeah, that's what he's doing at the moment. That's a key matchup early, and Welsh is getting off Hodge at the moment. He's leading him up at the ball, and Hodge is dropping off the contest. He might have to just readjust his thought process there at the moment.
Crawford, Birchall, now Lewis through the middle, kick, searching kick, looking for Crow, couldn't quite handle it. Michael was there to spoil, hurt, and Michael does what he had to do, getting it across the line.
I was going to say, it's now the moment to put Hodge into the midfield.
Not at the moment. I think you still see how the game evolves, but certainly you keep an eye on it right now to see whether it's working for you or not.
Laycock against Taylor. Taylor gets it to the back. Franklin almost was able to run on it, retrieves it. Now he's well tackled, brilliantly tackled. 4 of them have him. And the umpire says, give it to me. No opportunity to get rid of it there for Lance Franklin on attacking 50 for the Hawks. Taylor again against Laycock. Taylor gets it forward. Chance from McGlynn. Gets around Fletcher, or does he? Well done, Fletcher. Hurd in the way for the Bombers. Clever kick around the body. Finds its target. And Davey marks at half back.
Not 15, says the umpire. So McPhee's got a play on. Squeezes the kick, and it's a good one. You've got a arm chops, Lucas. Got to be a free kick to Essendon. Yep. Against Campbell Brown. So Scott Lucas, the leading goal kicker in the competition. 18-10 so far in 2007. Kicks to the 50, and there's a contested mark to Taylor. Off to Ladson, to Lewis. And the Hawks run it out of defence. Guerra. Good contest provided by Johns, but weight of numbers wins out for Hawthorn as they move the ball to the wing. This is McGlynn.
McGlynn now chips it inside cleverly. Rough head. Plenty of run. They've got a loose player in the centre of the ground, and the kick gets to Crawford. Shane Crawford, the Brownlow medalist, off a step, long towards full forward. Crow with the sit here, couldn't quite hold on. Good pressure from McPhee. Mark Johnson tracks it to the line cleverly. Kicks it to Peveril. Runner outside is Dyson. He's got plenty of toe. Sprints away from half back and delivers poorly straight to Guerra.
Well, he had nowhere to go. He had nowhere to go. Hawthorn players were flooding back. So that's why he looked up. An Essendon player had to present, but didn't quite get there.
Crawford to Birchall.
Stay on the mark. Play on now.
Hard lead from Boyle, and he's rewarded. He's about 65 from goal. Franklin the lead, and that's a good mark. Good pass. Just got away from his opponent, Fletcher, who was just mounting him up there. And Boyle's kick found the target, so Franklin will kick from about 48 metres out.
Quarters, that was a great lead because he had zone players in front of him, and you'll see Hurd at the bottom of your screen there. And Fletcher, he had to lead through the zone, and he did that with a bit of an angled lead and was able to get this ball.
Was on target last week against the Dogs, but he sprayed this. And it's the Bombers leading by 2 straight kicks.
McVeigh short to Fletcher. Leads the competition in rebound 50s. Dustin Fletcher. McVeigh. And that's what's ahead of him. Goes very wide. Peveril from defensive 50. Trying to find a target in amongst a gathering of Hawthorn players. He gets to that. The acting captain Lucas, who pokes it forward. Mark taken by Monfries. So methodically working it forward here, the Bombers. There's the lead from Johns. Still Johns comes. Monfries decides to go deeper than that, but straight to Taylor, who dropped an easy one. Hodge backs him up. Mitchell. Numbers with the Hawks here across half back. They spread and run hard. Good kick from Mitchell to the path of Gillum. Gets an accommodating bounce. Osborne. Franklin, wasn't a great handball. 3-on-2 here in favour of the Bombers. Davey did very well. Now Watson. Can he use the ball? Long towards Monfries, close to the line. Murphy needs to take it out here, and he does cleverly. Disguises it well. And a boundary throw in inside the attacking 50 for the Bombers.
It's a very sloppy handball. Davey pounced for the Bombers. They've got it inside their attacking 50.
Watch the taggers.
Don't grab him, Damien.
It's going to be Bolton to contest this one against Taylor. He got the tap. Stanton attacks it, and it's got the free kick.
Got hold of him as he's coming through. That's a free kick. No, never took possession. I'll have a look. Stay out of the mark. Stay out of the mark. Thanks. Go back.
What's your decision, Michael Voss? Is Stanton coming through? Did he have it? No, he didn't.
Well,
Fair decision.
Didn't have possession.
Right there. I know what you're saying. Yep.
I think Steve said he'd have a look in the replay. Did he say that?
Yeah,
He did. I don't think it'll change the decision right here, though.
No.
So Stanton to give the Bombers a nice bit of breathing space here, and he has slotted it home. So a very handy buffer here for Essendon. They've kicked 4 goals in this opening term, only at the halfway mark of the first quarter, and there's the free kick to Stanton.
Yeah, just didn't have possession of the ball and got dragged to the ground. So certainly the free kick was there. And like we said, Chris, it doesn't matter. They're not going to change their mind, are they?
What's in the hold?
So a nice little break here for the Bombers. They lead by 3 goals. Laycock to do battle with Taylor. Taylor gets it down. Crawford. Birchall. Now Ladson. They feed it back and do it effectively. Out wide. Osborne. The offending player giving away that last free kick to Stanton. Shocking kick inside attacking 50. Didn't give much of his forwards a chance. Franklin well tackled. Michael over the head handball effective. Fletcher loops one wide. McVeigh. Oh gee, there was a high shepherd against McPhee there. Went unnoticed. Heffernan. Davey, who's got blistering speed, decides to give it to Dyson, who's got a bit of toe as well. Dyson now kicks long. John's on the lead. Great kick from Dyson. They did it superbly, the Bombers, from fullback.
Well, they're just using the football better, Essendon.
Well, their efficiency going forward inside 50 is quite phenomenal at the moment. Every time that they go inside, they look like they're going to score. So,
And they're ranked number 1 in the competition at the moment.
well, they moved the ball very well by foot, and it was a great lead by Johns and another great catch. But you know, we know their efficiency is a strong point of Essendon's, and they're certainly doing that today.
So Courtney Johns there. We had a quick look at that shepherd by McPhee on Osborne. Perhaps a little lucky there, the Bombers. But Johns from 45, missing to the near side. 1 goal, 1 for Courtney Johns this afternoon.
Critical time for Hawthorn right now in this game, because Essendon have the flow, and you know, Hawthorn don't want to play with the scoreboard too much. They want to start getting a bit of a wriggle on.
There's Vandenberg for his first touch in season 2007. Had a pre-season hamstring injury. He's back today to lead the Hawks. Kicks out wide to Young. And another poor disposal from the Hawthorn team. Another clanger. And they're paying the price at the moment as Essendon get it back. This is McVeigh.
Well, Boyle turned his back on play, and you just have to watch the ball, continually watch the ball. The Essendon defender watched the ball, and that's why the turnover eventuated, because the Hawthorn player, Boyle, took his eyes off it.
I don't think he thought that Young was going to play on. That was his problem.
Yeah, it might have, but you still don't take your eye off the ball.
No, I agree with you. McVeigh across the ground to Fletcher. Another rebound from defensive 50. Sliding attempt by McPhee is successful. Southern wing. Adam McPhee.
Essendon players lined up laterally here.
Boyle coming off, Dixon on.
Jason Johnson.
There is not a Hawthorn player in their forward 50 at the moment, and the Essendon players, you see the Hawthorn player, they're just lined up laterally.
Laycock. In fact, there's not a Hawthorn player in their half of the ground.
They're in their half of the ground now.
So Laycock looks up at a maze of yellow and brown jumpers.
They call that a flood, I think.
He decides just to bang it high and hope. Up high was Birchall at ground level. Hawthorn have got the numbers. Good desperate stuff in by Heffernan. Mark Johnson in under as well. And umpire McBurney forced to call for it.
Well, Hawthorn almost preferred that to stay inside 50, because as that shot just showed, they had nobody back there if it came out.
Dyson to Peveril. He's tackled, dispossessed. Dyson has another crack at it. Quick kick by Peveril to the hot spot, but it's all Hawthorn. And the mark's taken by Murphy.
This is where the Hawthorn players really have to work to run from defence and create options.
And McGlynn does just that. He's got Ladson in support, so he'll try and draw Winderley. In fact, he pops it over the top to the hard run of Crawford. This is his 8th disposal. Back to Ladson. He's having number 6. Great mark by Ryder. Oh, no, mark paid. Gee, Ryder flew over the top. Umpire said he didn't hold it long enough. Fletcher. Long kick, love it. Against Ladson. Campbell came in. And we'll have a throw in. Leading possession getters Crawford 8, Ladson 6 for the Hawks. Stanton and Fletcher 6 apiece for the Bombers. There's Ryder. Was this a mark off or that was a clear mark?
Oh, it just popped out.
Yeah?
Yeah, he controlled it, so you could... Legitimate argument.
Campbell in front. Challenge from Bolton. Very short boundary throw in that one. So boundary umpire will get the opportunity to do it again. A young Bombers fan keeping your fingers crossed. So that's better. Campbell in front, had his jumper pulled, no free kick. Watson, late inclusion for Lloyd. Mark Johnson, nice little sidestep, hurriedly kicks it inside attacking 50. Murphy couldn't quite, but did well. Little bouncing handball to Brown, Hodge, back to Brown. So numbers went out for the Hawks as they streamed from defence. Good hard run from Sewell. Brown kicks in his direction and finds him on the southern wing. Brad Sewell, short, McGlynn. So the Hawks looking to make an impression on the scoreboard. Rough head, outnumbered 2-on-1. Fletcher and Ryder did enough. Boundary throwing in the pocket for the Hawks.
Well, and an early job on Hurd. Sewell, once again, Hurd's only had 1 possession to date. Sewell doing a great job early in this match.
So chance here for Hawthorn, deep in their attacking territory. Ryder gets the comfortable tap to Watson. Dixon's in there, spills to Young. Good tackle by McVeigh at the death. Did it well and causes the spill, but Watson's kick misses the target. And chipping in is Vandenberg, too far out to score. Guerra's called for it, he'll load up. Brent Guerra from 55. A long kick into the goal square, they fly from the side. It's off hands and a point.
Bombers quick to bring it in, Fletcher. Hurd. So James Hurd coming in for his 2nd disposal. Loose on the wing is Johns. 3-goal break to the Bombers here. Bolton. Oh, well done. Had to beat a couple and did. Mark Bolton looks up and sees a massive Hawthorn players, 2 or 3 across the Hawthorn half-back line, really preventing Bolton from kicking it forward. So they go back. Fletcher, McPhee, and the transfer of players affected to Michael. Good hard running by McVeigh. Now what presents? Monfrey's on a long lead. Got to beat a couple. Hodge, good closing speed, fists it over. Boundary thrown at half-forward for the Bombers.
Well, that was the lateral movement across half-back to take it out to the open side of the ground. But with the slower movement, Hawthorn are pushing numbers back into Essendon's forward line and just blocking it up a little bit. So it's just stifling Essendon right at the present time.
Campbell the tap. It went straight to Heffernan to put Essendon deep inside 50. Johns, good use of the body to get rid of his opponent. Gillam still got it. Johns, the banana kick across the face. Gee, it was well played by Courtney Johns.
We're after his first on the run, Quarters.
Exactly.
Tell you what, would have been goal of the year too.
Just couldn't finish off his good work.
There's been a few this year, Chris.
Yeah, there's been a couple of some special goals, hasn't there? So Hawthorn, that's what confronts Rick Ladson. Great kick. Gillam, Guerra, Vandenberg, just loops it high. McGlynn did well just to knock it to the back to the voice of Shane Crawford. Crawford now, can he find a target? Dixon on a long lead. What a kick it was. And Ben Dixon has been inaccurate this year. 3 goals, 7. Kicked 3 behinds last week against the Bulldogs. Deep into the pocket and Bolton the ropes, but too late. And Jordan Lewis has marked 25 metres from goal. The angle is acute.
You've got to be 5 metres. Get away now.
That's great stuff, isn't it? There's the kick from Crawford. He's in the right forward pocket, which will favour his preferred left foot as we watch the mark again. Hawks trail by 3 goals. This would be very handy as we count down to quarter time. Oh, the goal umpire doesn't move. Hawthorn have their second. Great finish from a young man who's really going places.
Yeah, he certainly is. Evolved over a period of time and now has become a mainstay in the middle of the ground for them. There's a strong body around that middle of the ground, and they need that within their side. They have the runners, and he provides that little bit of presence for Hawthorn.
Jordan Lewis kicks his first goal for the season and the 8th of his 45-game career. It's the Bombers by 2 goals. Monfries won the hard ball. In there is Welsh. Watson. Socket off the ground by Jason Johnson. Lovett couldn't trap it. Mitchell in heavy traffic. Good chain of handballs. Now the Hawks out of danger. To half forward. No mark to Mark Johnson. Hurd gets bowled over by Dixon. Good play by Hurd though to get it to Bolton. Back to Hurd. Bombers out of trouble. Little chip kick, not 15. But Jason Johnson's got plenty of time here to use it. Not a lot to kick to, so heads towards the boundary line. Ladson read it well, but the handball was poor. Watson. Now Jason Johnson again. Hurd snapping at his heels as Saul. Oh, great play, Hurd. Oh. Underground handball by Watson. Over to Jason Johnson. Lucas can't get there in time.
Well, it was one well done by Hurdy in the middle of the ground, had a couple of contests, tapped it on, got up, got the ball back, then in the half forward flank, provided that contest again. It's those little knock-ons that make the difference.
Well done by Taylor, gets it down. Mitchell keeps the hands free, couldn't get an effective handball away. Watson gave it to Young. Never had it, says umpire McBurney. So Clinton Young from half-back for Hawthorn as they run hard towards the midfield. One of them's Hodge. Oh, he hangs on just. Shocking kick from Hodge. Gives Fletcher a chance. Bypasses him. Chance here for Dixon. Oh, he's run down by Michael, but he'll get the free kick. Push in the back. Let's have another look at it. Michael Voss. Is there a free kick there?
Mel, I'm sorry.
It was only just though.
Gee, I would have called it play on.
Yeah, he still fell into his back, and they just don't like that at the moment.
He didn't actually push him. He just fell in the end, didn't he? Which didn't make it look great.
It was just over the top of him, unfortunately. Very unlucky, I would have thought. He did fall over though. Well, I agree with Mel.
He's kicked 3-7. He's normally an accurate kick, Ben Dixon. This time he kicks a goal and the Hawthorn close to within 6. So the last couple of goals off the boot of Lewis and then Ben Dixon, and the Hawks back to within 6 points, and they'll be pretty happy with their little comeback over the last 5 or 6 minutes. Michael Voss.
Absolutely, and Essendon got away to a fly and they've been able to wrestle it back. We said about 10 minutes ago that it was a pretty important part of the game that Hawthorn were able to wrestle it back, and now that they have and kicked a couple of goals.
Ben Dixon's 4th goal for the season sees Hawthorn peg the margin back to just 6 points as we near quarter time. Mitchell, good pickup. Essendon go forward to their 50, and that's a good mark taken by Ladson, and he's off and running. The long kick is on. Young's free. A chance here for the Hawks with just 40 seconds left on the clock. Lewis to the 50. Boyle got the front posse. Bolton did well enough. Handball comes back to Young. Now back to Vandenberg. Got it back to Young. 50 metres out. Tight angle. Has a pot shot at goal. It's across the face. Bombers by 5 points.
And there's some players you'd say, okay, maybe you could centre that up, but with a beautiful kick that Young is, then, you know, encourage him to have a shot.
So 19 seconds left in the quarter. Fletcher chips to Michael. And ball at half back now with Andrew Welsh. Returning after a hamstring injury. And the Bombers just content here to keep possession and wait until quarter time, which is with us now. So quarter time at the MCG, the Bombers by 5 points.
Yeah, and Essendon got away to a bit of a fly, of course, and their efficiency going inside 50 was quite remarkable, almost scoring every single time that they went in there. To get the one-on-one contest, they want to be able to move the ball fast. Hawthorn were able to stifle that in that second half of that quarter and get back in numbers, and were able to get back into this game.
Round 6, quarter time at the MCG. Essendon lead the Hawks by 5 points. Watson's got 9 touches for the Bombers. Ladson leads the way for the Hawks with 10.
Well done, Jason Johnson gets the first clearance towards half forward. Well done. Great work from Murphy. Franklin starting across the midfield. All his handball was astray. Chance here for Lovett. Runs to 45. Can he kick the opening goal? He can.
Well, Essendon led by 19 points halfway through that first quarter, but the Hawks pegged them back, and the margin at the first break is just 5. The Bombers 4-2-26, Hawthorn 3-3-21. All singles so far as goal kicking is concerned. Ladson 10 touches for the Hawks as the game high, and Watson has 9 for the Bombers. Got off to a feisty start, Michael Voss.
Yeah, have a look at this. Well, they must have heard Andy Maher on the boundary line talking about the barroom brawl, because they joined in. And didn't have a pool cue there, but that's about all you can do now in football, is that argy-bargy. Although big phrase showed that you're still able to throw one, but well, they've got history, these two clubs, don't they?
Andy Maher, any evidence of Hawthorn blocking in that first quarter?
Oh, quarters, I couldn't find any, so I went over to Jules in the Essendon cheer squad. She said that she had nothing to report at this particular point in time, so she's found nothing, certainly nothing in Hawthorn's inside 50, but Chris Heffernan down the other end, I reckon certainly once, maybe even twice, ran a little screen block for Courtney John. So Michael Voss mentioned it at the start of the show that Essendon's one of the masters at running these blocks. Maybe all attention was being deflected by Sheedy, because that's what they're doing down their end of the ground.
Well, there's a big game coming up tonight on your Premiership Network. These two teams also have history. They've fought out some thrillers over there in Amy Stadium. It's the Crows and the Magpies live into Melbourne and Brisbane from 7:30 tonight, and live into Adelaide at 7 o'clock, and Perth from 8 p.m. And for our Sydney viewers, from 7 o'clock, it's the Swans taking on the Kangaroos live from Telstra Dome in Melbourne as we start this second quarter. And Michael Voss will keep an eye on the matchups. Any changes, Michael, that you can quickly see?
Not any major ones. Hurds come out to the wing, but that's the only real difference at the moment.
Campbell starts the second quarter, getting it down. Birchall's well tackled. The umpire calls for it. So the Bombers start this second quarter 5 points in front. Although the Hawks kicked the final 2 goals of the first quarter through Lewis and Dixon. And they've got it back to 5 points. Mark Johnson to Jason, looping handball. Monfries, McVeigh. Here's a chance for the Bombers. High towards the pocket. Lucas, good fist coming there from Murphy. Alan Davey couldn't quite control it. Was in a great position, front and centre, but just fumbled. And
you almost want it in his hands, don't you? You almost, oh, get it. I want to see what you're going to do.
So boundary throw in. Laycock and Campbell go at it. Over the head of both ruckmen. Jason Johnson at ground level, knocks it out. Lewis, hands and knees. Well done, McVeigh. Somehow got boot the ball. Chance here for Peverill. Jason Johnson can snap a goal, and he does. Great start by the Bombers to this second term. Well, it was tight and tough in the clinches there, Vossy, but they somehow found a way through, didn't they?
Rugby maul. The ball just kept popping out, just going forward, hitting it forward to goals, and it just popped out.
Good hands, wasn't it?
It was sensational by Peverill. He's been pretty good so far. He's been playing on Mitchell for most of this game and doing a fair job at this time.
Okay, going up again, straight back.
Sun starting to shine at the MCG. Great goal assist from Peverill there to Jason Johnson. As Crawford wins the clearance. Over to Lewis, a long bomb inside 50. Fletcher from the side, didn't fly. Franklin stayed down. There's a whistle here.
Well, after the ball spilled free, you threw him to the ground. I let him go. I don't think you did.
Oh, I love that. It's
So they all look at the screen, don't they? So Franklin got rid of it, and yeah, that's the decision. That's the rule, and he got slung after he got rid of it. So it's a correct call from the umpire.
Adam McPhee was right. He did let go of him, but just a little too late.
Yeah.
So Lance Franklin. for his first for the afternoon. Misses. 2 behinds to Buddy. He's up to 14 goals, 13 for the season, so conversion rate pretty much 50%.
McVeigh. Fletcher. He's got Hurd loose at half back and uses James Hurd. Peveril now. And he delivers to Jason Johnson, who had 8 disposals in the first quarter and has had a couple already in this second term. Back to Hurd. Now Mel Michael, and they transfer to the southern wing, McPhee. Peveril running hard, really hard from half back, gets an accommodating bounce. Now Lovett, now he can put the afterburners on, and he does. Andrew Lovett chips it short. Laycock, Lucas, no, spilled out. He tried to get the handball. Chance here for Davey, around one. Oh, brilliantly done there by Campbell. And the Hawks numbers telling out there, and they're able to relieve the pressure, although Birchall, little fumble. Handball's a little dubious. Ladson, Murphy under pressure, but numbers win out as Lewis relieves that pressure and finds Young at half back.
And now the Hawks are off. This is McGlynn on centre wing. The leads from Boyle. The kick's ordinary. Boyle somehow in the end though comes up with the football. Little sidestep. Now into the pocket looking for Dixon. Well done, Fletcher.
Well, we can't accuse this game not moving fast enough. When the ball flows, it gets one from one end of the ground really quickly.
Just one in the rock. Go the footy.
So it'll be Laycock against Boyle. And Laycock wins out comfortably. Boyle read it. Got it to Dixon on his wrong side. It's not a bad effort from Ben Dixon. It's home. Great snap. He's got his second. On his non-preferred side, that is an excellent snap from the veteran for the Hawks, Ben Dixon.
Yeah, on the right, if you don't mind. And he just did really well there. He read the tap, got in the way of Hurd. Didn't get the first hands, but then was able to just be in the contest and then throw it on the right boot, and it went through. So read the play really well there, Dixon.
So margin back to 4 points. Alistair Clarkson. On his left was Ross Smith. Sewell. Crawford. Great tackle from James Hurd, but he got it back to Sewell. Drives it long to the goal square. Franklin. Fist from Michael. Crode. Oh, almost threw it to Franklin. Play on's the call though. Crode somehow emerges with it. Mitchell jams it on the left boot. Can't bring it back far enough. In fact, misses everything, so it'll be a free kick to the Bombers.
And Fletcher doesn't waste any time. Over to Peveril, and he finds Jason Johnson, who's playing a very good game in his first match for season 2007. He's up to 12 disposals. Now Lovett to Winderlich. Back to Lovett. Oh, got a bad bounce. The Winderlich handball missed the target, and you can pay a dear price for that in the modern game as away go Hawks. Young into the pocket. Franklin. Tight angle from there.
And that's why
Young's calling for it back right on 50, but Franklin has put the mouthguard in the shorts and tucked the footy under the arm. He wants a shot.
No, I'm going back. I'm kicking the goal. But, I mean, the turnover in the middle of the ground, Hodge, just the presence, his body, big body, throwing it in, caused the turnover. That's why I love him playing at the ball rather than behind it, because he can influence the contest so well.
He's missed 2 relatively easy shots. Now for the hard one. Happens every time.
Well, as you said, Quarters, he wasn't going to pass that off. That's me signal. That's me anchor. I'm going back. I'm going to kick this goal.
And kick it he did, and the Hawks are in front for the first time this afternoon.
Kevin Sheedy looks on, and for the first time Hawthorn find themselves in front. Campbell, Hurd, head down and gets a free kick. Jason Johnson racking up the possessions out wide to Mark. Need to keep your feet here. Mark's got to beat a couple. Well done by McGlynn. Hit hard. 2-on-1 win out. Sewell is loose. Brad Sewell playing well again today. Here's McGlynn running forward for him. A couple of Hawks inside the centre square. Crawford's one of them. Birchall shares it with Ladson. Look out. Time to give it off. Hodge. Scrappy kick, but oh gee, he'll push though against Michael, and a free kick to Trent Crode. Not sure if that was the intended target, but it got to Crode and Michael infringed. So Trent Crode from 55. If we watch it again, chop on the shoulder. Crode from outside 50. Dixon though. In fact, it stays in and the Bombers can clear.
Little chip kick by Ryder finds Stanton. And his kick finds McPhee. McPhee short to Winderlick. And they maintain possession, the Bombers, to Jason Johnson. You just get the feeling this match is all going to happen in the last 10 minutes, don't you?
The patient build-up.
Scott Lucas is a long way from home. He wants a 50-metre penalty. He doesn't get one.
Noticed with every time Scott Lucas gets the ball, they've got one person on the mark, and Murphy's moved now, but someone to cover him running around onto his left boot. Which they're very disciplined at Hawthorn.
Now they'll switch the Bombers to the members' side. Peveril. This is number 10 for Damien Peveril. He looks for Hurd from behind. Kept his feet. That was the important thing, and then got dragged, caught high. Umpire said no, free, and then he's given away a free kick as he knows he's getting for a trip.
He got tripped.
Well, he deserved the first one for a high tackle, so all's well that ends well.
Sure.
Play on advantage. Mitchell. Hawks on the rebound here to Crode. He's got Franklin one out with McPhee. Should get it moving quickly. He leads into the pocket, Franklin. McPhee was desperate. It was the wrong option. He should have kicked it long in the first place. But he waited for Franklin to lead. But Trent Crode started to creep in the game, which is a good sign for the Hawks.
I've been watching James Hurd for about 5 minutes. I have no idea who is on him at the moment. He's just wandering around with no one on him.
So the Hawks deep into attack. Chance for Hurd. Michael Peveril needs to get rid of it quickly and does. Ryder deep in the pocket, and a good kick under pressure. Mark taken by Monfries. Well, good run from Davey. There's Dyson. Davey undecided. Hawthorn have got a wall of players across the midfield, forcing him to go back. Oh, gee, Monfries. Short to Dyson. That's not 15 either. Dyson hears the call eventually. Kicks it towards Laycock, who needs to stand firm and does.
He does just that, and it's a good handball too. A sweeping handball to Stanton, who's run down. Free kick. Great tackle. Hawthorn will take the advantage here as the ball's kicked to the wing. McGlynn can run under it nicely. Franklin leads into the pocket. He ignores him and goes the longer option and finds again Trent Crode, who is starting to come into the game.
What about Shane Crawford on the half-back flank? Well, if you thought this guy didn't have any legs anymore, well, he just took off, put the head down, laid an awesome tackle. That is team-lifting stuff, and he's had a pat on the back about 15 times by his teammates.
And Trent Crode, can he finish it off? No.
And it would have been just a lift if Crode was able to go back and kick that goal.
Margin 3 points, Fletcher. Dyson. Good idea of the zone implemented there by the Hawks. Hurd. Oh, gee, turned it over straight to Taylor.
Stay there. Thanks, Angus.
Hawthorn doing a great job at the moment of getting numbers back and really confusing the Essendon defence. Oh, dangerous kick across the ground. Oh,
that was a panic kick. He didn't know where to go, so he saw the first Hawthorn player in his vision. He went there.
A couple of soft free kicks as Osborne, Birchall and Clinton Young. Now he's a long kick. He's 60 from goal. Loads up on the left boot and kicks it into the pocket. And Franklin, who is really providing a headache for this Bomber defence. He kicked 6 last week. He's kicked 1-3 already today on the left boot. Thank you very much. The Hawks further in front. So Lance Franklin really coming of age and has been a dominating force in this match. Has taken 3 marks, 7 disposals, now has 2 goals too.
Well, and what you love about this is that Lance Franklin has gone forward and is able to present and kick goals for you. We already know that he likes to get up the field and can run, but something he needed to add to his game was to be able to go deep forward and be a target for Hawthorn. Just adds a wonderful string to your bow when you can do both, because you don't know who to put on him. You don't know whether to put a tall or a small, because he can run and take marks at the same time.
Essendon need a steadier. Davey, look at the acceleration. He breaks one tackle. Davey, kick a goal. He runs to 40. Can he nail it? Yes, he can! He is an excitement machine.
Well, we said it early, didn't we? When the ball goes in his hands, he's been quiet so far, but he only needs to touch it 6 or 7 times, and this happens. If you don't mind, step, round he goes, off he goes. There's no better vision in football at the moment, seeing that.
There's 3 Hawks all running back for it. Oh.
Send the rabbit out, they're all after him.
Gee, he just looked at Birchall there and thought, I'll take you on.
I want to know why this bloke didn't get drafted 4 years ago.
Oh, sensational.
He certainly is an exciting player. Leads the Essendon tackle count by 7. Sewell found himself alone inside the centre circle. Rolling towards Franklin. Yes, no, the umpire was in a good spot. He dropped it. Well done by McPhee. Fletcher. Ryder. Oh, he's in trouble here, Paddy Ryder. Dubious looking handball. Well done, Heffernan. Got his body in. Watson pushed in the back. No free kick. Heffernan. McPhee wants the line and did the right thing. Takes it over. Boundary throw in. Half forward for the Hawks.
Free kick, Watson. How good's the game going when you got Davey, Lance Franklin? Just exciting players to watch.
Mitchell couldn't quite hit a target with a handball. And over the top of it is Peverill. That's going nowhere. Umpire's got no choice but to bounce. Hodge wants the free kick.
No, he knocked it back under, Luke.
First name basis.
Only for the Stars. What did the umpire call you? Voss or Michael?
I never got Michael.
That's because you gave him a spray every time.
You got number 3, I think, didn't you?
Long kick by Taylor as targets Franklin, who's double teamed on this occasion. And waiting at the back is Stanton. Now here's a chance for the Bombers. Dyson back to Stanton, a long kick. Johns against Gillum. Hawthorn get numbers back. Gee, they do it well. Hard running from the Hawks. There's Mitchell. It was Ladson, goes into the middle to Taylor, and his kick finds Boyle. Boyle, he wants Franklin, he goes into the pocket. Franklin in front, yes, he's got it again. Too tall.
Well,
do they need to consider putting Fletcher onto Franklin?
Well, perhaps they do, and maybe then he'll get up the ground, but McPhee looks worried on him. He looks very uncomfortable on him at the moment. And he just took his eyes off the footy at one stage and concentrated all his efforts on Franklin, and he was just able to leverage his body against him and take a mark. So that shows he's a bit concerned.
2-2 so far for Buddy Franklin. He gets his third. Three goals, all in the third quarter to Lance Franklin. And I wonder if Kevin Sheedy will make a change. Very hard to match up on, as you said before the game, Michael. 6'5".
Yeah.
Great ground skills.
If he's going to play deep, I'd consider playing Mal Michael on him, just for the sheer fact that he's size, and he gets up the ground. Perhaps then you could put McPhee on him. But yeah, that match up there is a bit of a concern.
Inside 50s, Hawthorn double that of the Bombers, 26-13. And Lance Franklin proving a real nightmare for the Essendon defence. Sewell again, here's another inside 50. Brad Sewell hoists it high. Mel Michael in a good spot here. He got a chop on the shoulder, no free kick. He wheels onto the right boot. Man, did it pretty well, did the veteran Mel Michael. Watson, Winderlich. Oh, look out. Walsh pushed forward. Winderlich follows up his handball. Watson Peveril. They're under pressure though, Essendon. They just can't get a clear possession. Now they do with Heffernan towards Lucas. Brown at the back, and again the numbers with the Hawks. Murphy.
Geez, they peel off, don't they?
Shares it with Guerra. Now Young in space at half-back. He's got a loose player at half-forward. Wasn't a great kick. Gave her to look in, but Roughhead got it to Sewell. Looping handball wasn't great. Davey taps it towards Peveril, and the Bombers do well just to tie it up and a bounce at half-forward.
The key match-up at the moment has been Brown and Lucas. Lucas doesn't look like it at the moment, and he's done really well, Brown, to be able to stop Lucas. He was going to be the key for Essendon in the forward 50, and there they are on screen, but he's been, you know, non-effective so far in this game, Lucas.
Third man up was Hurd. Vandenberg's in there.
No chance.
Leading stat getters, Ladson 13, Crawford 12, Sewell 10 for Hawthorn. For the Bombers, 14 to Jason Johnson and a dozen each to Watson and Peveril.
Give us room.
Laycock and Taylor go at it again. Spills to Winderlick. Handball to McVeigh. Out wide to Fletcher. Good handball. Now Fletcher finds Stanton. Oh, danger here to Peveril. He got the bad bounce. Now Dixon. Oh, good kick to Crawford, who runs to 55. He looks for Franklin. He'll be lining up for his fourth for the quarter.
Change needs to be made right now. Mal Michael needs to go to Lance Franklin. He's playing deeper. He's not getting up the ground. So I'd put either Fletcher or Mal Michael on him right now.
Gee, he got a bad bounce, Peveril. He also got a bad handball from Stanton, and testimony to the pressure that Hawthorn are applying in the midfield.
4 goals in the quarter to Lance Franklin as the Hawks take control. Tell you what, boys, there's still a bit of time left in this quarter too. You don't see many players kick 5 in a quarter. He's a chance.
Very big chance. And the other thing that Hawthorn are doing at the moment, they're looking for him at every opportunity. So just a wonderful kick by Crawford, put it out to the advantage side of his teammate. And as a forward, that is something you love.
Well, the change has been made. Kevin Sheedy has now placed Dustin Fletcher on Lance Franklin. Now they're standing just a couple of metres from the 10-yard square at full forward. Hawthorn dominating everywhere, certainly at the centre clearances. Mitchell here. Wobbles it towards half-forward. Roughhead, yes, a finger tipper. McPhee's not having a great quarter. He's gone on to Roughhead, and Roughhead's just marked. So from outside 50, Jared Roughhead, a chance to join the party.
Ricky Dyson! Ricky, get out of there, boy!
Oh, he kicked it straight into McPhee.
no,
Franklin from 40. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. He's kicked 5 in a quarter. If you can believe that.
When you're hot, you're hot.
Can you?
When you thought McPhee did something right, he smothered the ball that landed in Lance Franklin's arms and he kicks a goal. This is the
He's walked under a ladder, Madam McPhee.
I mean, how unlucky is that? I mean, that is your day. Not only that,
it was a reverse torpedo.
Reverse torpedo, floater, banana.
I wonder if that's something they practice at training hall for.
Set play.
Unbelievable. Now Paddy Ryder's on him.
Now someone else.
No, Fletcher's back.
Fletcher's called rank.
How special is he, Voss? He is a freak.
Well, to be able to do that off one step too is just a super talent. And that's what you come to football to watch, is watch these players. Lance Franklin, Davey, just to turn it on like that. 5 goals in a quarter. Awesome display.
The Hawks lead by 21. Oh, Guerra, that is a very dangerous kick. Very dangerous kick. Johnson should make him pay. And he does.
That hurts.
2 goals to Jason Johnson.
That hurts.
Well, that's just the lowest of low percentages. He did that last week against the Bulldogs on 2 or 3 occasions, Brent Guerra. He's just got to be smarter than that.
That's a brain explosion. And that hurts your team.
Boy, the Bombers needed it.
Mistake from Brent Guerra, much needed goal to the Bombers. Jason Johnson. Before that, Lance Franklin had kicked 5 of the last 6 goals in the game.
Been unbelievable, but I mean, one error is a skill error, but the decision was the incorrect one.
Watson pokes it inside, attacking 50. Good tackle on Murphy. Umpire says, give it to me. Bounce 25 metres from the Bomber goal.
And when you've got the ascendancy in the game and an easy goal happens like that, it just can change the complex of the game immediately. And it was just the incorrect decision to do that at that particular time.
Laycock beaten by Campbell. Reaches in to pick it up to Scott Laycock. Davey, look out. Went to ground. Good little give by Gillum to Mitchell. Sends him away. Kicks it very wide into space. Had nowhere to go. So he did it very intelligently, did Sam Mitchell. And he's timed the kick superbly.
Deliberate.
He did enough. It was a great kick.
Well, he got ping for one of the Gabba like that, didn't he, Michael, many years ago?
Actually, I was chasing him. I was happy because I got the free kick. But I had to run 80 metres to get it.
Throw in, members wing. Campbell the tap. Mitchell on the bottom, all wrapped up, going nowhere.
Some good byplay between the umpire and players at the moment.
Hawks by 15. And the umpire goes over there. And still a lot of time left in this second term. The Hawks have kicked 6 goals this quarter. The Bombers have nailed 3. Umpire over. McVeigh to Jason Johnson. He's had an excellent return. Great to see him back. And the kick to half forward. Was that 50?
Yes.
Silly play by Osborne.
And just those couple of things that the Hawthorn have done, those couple of errors that just, you know, if they get out of their game, can be a massive difference to them. I mean,
well, they led by 21. Now they'll lead by 9.
And now Hawthorn are well and truly back. Essendon are well and truly back into this game. But if it doesn't happen, Hawthorn still have the momentum.
So Andrew Welsh for his second from point blank range.
Well, it's game on again, which is quite unbelievable when you have someone at one end of the ground who's kicked 5 goals in 1 quarter. Just phenomenal display. But Essendon, through a couple of errors of Hawthorn's, have been able to get back into this game.
Hawks got out to a 21-point lead. It now stands at 9. Simon Taylor does it all himself. Feeds the handball wide to Saul. Through the traffic. Thought his way through very well. Crawford jams it on the boot, but only as far as Ryder.
Mel Michael then, when the ball went over his head, he just threw his arms in the air because he had his arms resting in the Hawthorn player's back. So he's making sure to let the umpire know that he wasn't pushing him.
So 50-metre penalty now. The second one within a minute against Hawthorn.
And the Hawks getting all 18, Michael, in the back half.
They're all there.
So Ryder forced to kick across the ground to Welsh, who pokes it further towards the wing. McPhee had a tough quarter. Adam McPhee. Things not going his way this afternoon. Now called to play on. Feeds it back. Oh, gee. Heart in your mouth stuff as Welsh retrieves the footy. Ryder. Now Michael. He takes on Crawford. Tucks it under the arm and away he goes. Kicks towards half forward. McVeigh, well done. Good stuff from Mel Michael. Took the initiative. Now McVeigh's got Lucas leading for him. Deep in the pocket. Lucas couldn't hold on. Good pressure coming from Brown, and immediately Hawthorn swarm on the footy. Guerra, Ladson, and a good delivery across the ground to Young.
Little chip to Gillum at halfback. Well, it was a 40-point turnaround in this game. Essendon led by 19 in the first quarter, then the Hawks led by 21. But Essendon shaved it back to 9 as we near half-time. Inside 50 go the Hawks. Roughhead went up one-handed. Doing the roving was McGlynn. Now Sewell throws it on the left. Franklin's double-teamed. Up he goes. The big fist came from Michael.
I prefer that matchup, to be honest, if Mal Michael on Franklin. But Mal is just a couple of metres off him at the moment. I wouldn't suggest giving him that much room.
So deep in Hawthorn's forward pocket, Ryder edges out Roughhead. Roughhead ends up with it, gives it straight to Michael. And a relieving handball to Hurd. Watson, a little fumble. Got time to recover. Handball to the head of Andrew Lovett. So back to Hurd. Pokes it towards Lucas, and this time Lucas gets a free kick, much to the joy of the Essendon fans. Scott Lucas kicked 18 goals for the season. Goalless when the Bombers last played on Anzac Day. Chips it wide to Davey. An electrifying goal earlier in this quarter by Alwyn Davey. Again, Hawks getting the numbers back. And the mark's taken by Welsh.
He goes sideways to Fletcher. He'll switch to the members' side, and Michael's found some room. Now there's loose Bombers at half forward. It's an interesting kick, but it's found its target in Peveril. Stanton's run loose. Peveril wants to go. Leads on from Mark Johnson and finds him. Good kick.
Good patient play from the Bombers.
It was a very good build-up because Hawthorn were all back in numbers. So to be able to chip the ball around, just wait for the space to open up. But now there's nothing there, so Johnson's going to have to go back and be able to have a shot at this goal. But well done by Essendon.
He's not without a chance here, Mark Johnson. From 48. Oh, got too close to the man on the mark. That's a free kick to Richie Vandenberg. And advantage paid, and off go the Hawks to the races.
No one back there.
There is no one
down there.
You're spot on. No one in one half of the ground. So Young's got to run. Handball's out. Drags down.
Is that deliberate?
Deliberate.
Yep.
Well, they paid the price for flooding the Hawks.
Good umpiring.
It was good umpiring.
So Heffernan now, who applied plenty of pressure. Peveril. Under a minute left in the quarter. See, the Bombers would dearly love a late goal here. Can't see it happening with Hawthorn getting the numbers back. Watson. Welsh. Fletcher now at half back. Now Lovett's wide. Fletcher hasn't seen him. He goes shorter. Hurd. Direct play. Well done, Stanton. Stanton kicks it high. Lucas this time. Toe-to-toe with Campbell Brown and Scott Lucas. His height helping him out on that occasion. And he'll kick from inside 50 with just 15 seconds left on the clock to narrow it back to 3 points. It's been a great comeback by the Bombers. They've really stabilised things, kicked a couple of goals, albeit lucky. Yeah. But they've been able to turn around because certainly in midway through the quarter, Hawthorn had the momentum. Yeah, they sure did. And that's why it's a wonderful effort by Essendon to be able to get back. This will make a big difference for Lucas if he can go back and kick this goal. Kicking at his first for the afternoon, Scott Lucas, from set shots this year, 14 goals, 7. Couple of steps, drop punt. Disappointment. So at half-time, 8-point advantage to the Hawthorn, 9-5-59, leading the Bombers 8-3-51. And Hawthorn certainly had midfield dominance there. They're pushing back in numbers to be able to stop Essendon from their efficiency that they normally have. Buddy Franklin has been absolutely on fire on the back of a 31-18 entries, forward 50 entries for Hawthorn. Lucas has been a bit ineffective, but Essendon were able to wrestle the control back of that game.
Hawks by 8 points at half-time. Crucial part of the season, both teams on 3-2, and Kevin Sheedy knows it. Look at him imploring the players there for a big effort in the second half. Essendon trail at the moment by only 8 points. Been a terrific first half of football at the MCG. There's James Hurd, the former skipper. No Matthew Lloyd today. He missed with a hamstring injury. Hurd barking out the instructions there. The Bombers well and truly in the game. They were in trouble at one stage in that second quarter, trailing by 21, but cut the margin back to 8 as they make their way back out into the MCG. What do you think of Andrew Maher's interview, boys, with the fantastic four? I've never seen Andrew so nervous.
He looked as though he'd blushed up a little bit, actually.
The microphone was shaking in his hand.
Well, one of my favourite pastimes actually is in the hotel room and watching a movie, of course.
Yes, that's enough information. Thanks, Michael.
And apparently that's Jessica's too, and Andy didn't share that information with her whatsoever.
What are you doing tonight, Andy?
Well, I can't say, but Jessica and I may have a little dalliance later on this evening. And Vossy, I did actually mention her off air. We ran out of time, and she said, "Oh, Michael who?" And I said, "Michael Voss." And she said, "Oh, I'm interested. Have you got a photo of the young man?" And I happened to have a photo of you in my wallet.
Like you just carry around?
I do indeed. I showed Jessica the picture of you, and she said, "I'm busy rearranging my sock drawer tonight, maybe some other time."
Doesn't matter, mate. I've got a wife at home who's much better than that anyway.
Well, there you go.
Let's have a look at some match stats, gentlemen, as we get ready for the third quarter. And inside 50 is interesting. 11 more to the Hawks. 5 more marks inside 50. Yet the Bombers doing well with the clearances.
Yeah, but there's no doubt the Hawthorn took the game, the initiative away from the Bombers, and if not for a couple of mistakes, could be 3 or 4 goals up at half-time. But full credit to the Bombers. They fought hard, stabilised things in the midfield, particularly deep into that second term. Were able to sneak the last couple of goals of the quarter and really pull it back to a margin of 8 points, which gives them certainly plenty of chance in the second half to try and get over the top of Hawthorn.
It was an important part of the game because Hawthorn had real momentum. Lance Franklin was on fire. They had midfield dominance. They were winning it out of the middle of the ground. And, Hawthorn had something like 21 to 14 clearances in that first half. So they really got on top there. And Essendon just haven't been able to generate any inside 50 marks. But Hawthorn have done well to be able to block them up. And
Fletcher.
Essendon, Fletcher's gone to Lance Franklin. So that is a big task for Fletcher. But for them to be able to turn that around when the momentum was against them was really important for this game and for Essendon.
So all set for a fantastic second half. It's the Hawks by just 8 points against their arch rivals Essendon. And Hawthorn win the ball out of the centre, or do they? As Guerra's wrapped up, he backed himself and has paid the price.
So a free kick to the Bombers. Welsh off to Stanton. Towards half-forward, Hurd was held. No free kick. Sewell's been hard, close to him all afternoon. Dyson a chance. The numbers, though, with the Hawks: Vandenberg, Mitchell, Sewell. Feeds it back to Ladson, who's been very good. He kicks across the ground, and an option presents itself in Michael Osborne. So well done, Hawthorn. Under pressure there, but they're able to get out of it. Osborne. Good hard running by Robert Campbell. Birchall running for him, good support. Grant Birchall runs to 50, great chase from Lovett, but he kicks to the top of the goal square. Dixon couldn't hold on. He had it on his chest, did Ben. He couldn't quite hold on, and it trickles over for a behind.
I thought he was going to shepherd it through.
He did all the hard work.
Nothing there, just took a dive.
So it's the Hawks by 9, and as Essendon work it forward, Hurd. Chip back into the corridor to Stanton. Jason Johnson, as you said, terrific comeback so far this afternoon. Winderlick back to Stanton to McVeigh. Now he bombs it long. It's a wobbly one. Underneath it is Brown, decides to fist it away. Crode finds himself in defence at the moment. Over to Murphy, who switches to the other back pocket and finds Hodge deep in defence to Guerra.
Just positional changes that I wouldn't mind seeing is Hurdy perhaps playing a little deeper. He got the ability to be able to kick you 2 or 3 goals really quickly. I think it'll be an effective move.
Osborne. Long penetrating kick deep inside 50. Dixon will get there. They run out of territory. He keeps it alive. Loses his feet. Regains his feet. Handballs to Franklin. Runs into a tackle. Can't get boots of ball. Holding the ball surely. It is. Free kick to Essendon.
Great work here from Dixon. Perseverance, keeping it in. Just stumbled there. And Franklin well tackled. So the Bombers. Bolton. Now Stanton. There's umpire McBurney. Shouts the instructions. Hodge. Interception. Ladson. On the logo centre wing, Rick Ladson, plenty of time, no one coming to him, so he pokes it inside, attacking 50, and Ben Dixon is on the end of it. So Hawthorn has started this third quarter very well, certainly controlling things.
Hawthorn have been able to work Essendon's defence around. It's been a real strength of theirs today. The fact that they haven't had Mark Williams there has been, they haven't had a lot of necessarily set structure there and been able to work their defence a little.
Ben Dixon's kicked a couple. 3 goals, 7 coming into today for the season. From right on 50. Ah, beautiful kick. He's kicked his third. Hawks out by 15. So the Bombers have kicked the opening goals of the first and second quarters, but this time Hawthorn kicked the opening goal of the third, and a nice little break.
Just the break they need and to start the quarter, just to get that ascendancy at the start of the third quarter. But I mean, Hawthorn's run is troubling Essendon at the moment. They're moving the ball very fluently and finding their forwards.
Alistair Clarkson in his 50th game as coach of the Hawks watches on. 15 points to margin.
Easy now, thank you. Let him up, let him up. That's okay. Let him go. Thank you.
Hawks have won the last 3 matches against the Bombers. And another stalemate in the middle.
Thanks, Hodgie.
Right of the tap, spills to Crawford, feeds it out. Quick kick by Lewis. Dixon against McPhee. They both fall over. Here's Franklin. Fletcher over to McVeigh. They did well here, the Bombers, under a fair bit of pressure. McPhee to Fletcher. And a long kick to the wing. Ladson against Davey. Davey got the front position. He's off. Too slick for Ladson there. Backs himself. Handballs to Dyson. Got pushed. Play on. Jason Johnson squeezes a left foot kick into the pocket. No one home. And Campbell Brown will mop up deep in defence. He's got Crowed on. And that's where he kicks. Working hard for him. Here is Osborne. Takes the ball at half back. Now Vandenberg playing his first game for the season. Hawks building up nicely here, but the kick from Vandenberg drops a bit short. As that's a push? Yes, it is. Against Dixon, no doubt about that. Advantage paid, and McVeigh's away. Kicks quickly back to the wing, and the mark is taken by Lovett.
Lovett inside to Dyson. Dyson can run. Chips it further afield. Laycock. Not much to go to up forward, so he handballs wide to Peverill, who kicks it low towards Lucas, but Crowd cut the angle and fists it over for a boundary throw-in. And some congratulations there from Campbell Brown. Crowd double teaming Lucas in the attacking 50 for the Bombers. So Bombers need a goal here. Laycock props in front, beaten by Campbell. Lewis, well done Gillum, and now Crawford's away. Oh, it's a good chase, it's a great chase, it'll be rewarded. And Paddy Ryder, great stuff off to Dyson. Kicks it very high, deep into the pocket. That was an opportunity wasted there by Ricky Dyson. And it'll be a free kick to the Hawks.
Take a bow, Paddy Ryder. Big fella, chasing Crawford. Got some toe.
It's a good effort. This is Jordan Lewis, growing in stature as an AFL footballer. To Mitchell, to Vandenberg. He drives the long kick. Franklin's caught behind. Big pack fly. I don't see that too often up forward anymore. McPhee had a horrific second quarter. Doing his best here to lift his team. At half back, chips to the wing, and Hurd. Little twist and turn on Sewell. Handball to no one in particular. Campbell. Now the Hawks get it back. Crawford to Ladson. He'll swing onto the left and drill it long. Poor kick, just blazed away. And Bolton takes the easiest of marks.
Peverill. Hasn't got much to go to here, Peverill, so forced to go back across the ground to Bolton. McPhee. Bombers really finding it difficult to get through half forward at the moment. Hurd lost his footing. gives Saul a chance, who's played very well. Left foot kick, well done, great stuff, great closing speed by Bolton. Got the fist in there to punch it away from Murphy and force a boundary throw in at half forward for the Hawks.
I really would like to see Hurdy push deep forward. It just gives Hawthorn another player to worry about. At the moment, all they've got to worry about is Lucas, and they're drifting off their opponents and cutting off those leads, whereas Hurd down there, another dangerous player, can change that.
Chance for Crawford. Handball out wide. Dixon, good bump on Lovett, then knocks it to accommodate Hodge, who had his head ripped off. No free kick and a bounce. There's that. Oh.
50 out from the Hawks' goal. Winderlick over to Peveril. Looking for Jason Johnson. Guerra did well enough to spoil, and we've got a throw in. Jason Johnson, 18 disposals. Stanton, 18. Peveril, 18 for Essendon. Crawford's racked up 19 for the Hawks, and Ladson, 17. Hawthorn leads by 14 points as we near the halfway mark of the third term. Both teams 3 wins, 2 losses this season. It's a pivotal game. Here's Vandenberg. Into the pocket. Franklin pushed Fletcher out of the contest. Got away with it. Throw in. 5 goals in the second quarter to Lance Franklin. A rare achievement in any era of football. Peveril again to McVeigh. His kick finds Bolton. So not much happening at the moment. Real arm wrestle.
Yeah. Bolton's kick finds Fletcher. He kicks towards Jason Johnson. Now Andrew Lovett running for him. In fact, it's Elwyn Davey, and he can't control the ball at his feet, so we'll get a boundary throw in. Just the attacking side of the wing for the Bombers. Just, you can see there, going back inside defensive 50, a loose man is Gillum for the Hawks. Now, Essendon free kick, says umpire McBurney, so Scott Laycock. Don't know if there was much in that. Laycock's kick is really poor. Gee, he didn't just miss the target, he missed it by a long way, so Kevin Sheedy will be disappointed about that because they've rarely had it in their forward half in this quarter. Young, Guerra, thought about going. Kicks back and across. Lewis, and players jarred free on the southern wing. Wasn't a great kick. Gave Welsh a look in. He's got to beat 3 here, Welsh, and did it brilliantly to McPhee. McPhee brushes Crawford aside and then finds Winderlick, who's been quiet. The run provided by McVeigh. Here's a chance. They need to kick short, and he does. Right as marked inside attacking 50. The other option, Vossi, was to go long, but there was only one player there, and that was Trent Crode. And good smart play by Mark McVeigh gives Paddy Ryder a chance from inside 50 to kick a valuable goal for the Bombers.
Well, it was the decision coming forward. McVeigh waited up, looked long, saw Crode, and then went short and spotted up. That is terrific decision making.
Needs to kick this. You just sense that Hawthorn really dominating this game. So Paddy Ryder off a couple of steps, he pops it through. Margin back to 9 points, and gee, they needed that.
Normally in this situation, a lot of players just blaze away, and he just evaluated there, McVeigh, and saw Ryder present. He needed to present because there was nobody else there. Just weighed up his options. Just perfect execution.
Nine points of difference in favour of Hawthorn as the Essendon hierarchy watch on. Goal to Paddy Ryder. Welsh just bangs it back inside 50. Johns gets there first. Controlled it. Got it to Stanton. Left foot snap. It's another one. 2 goals in a minute to the Bombers. Well, the big fella got there in Courtney Johns. We thought he might have spilt the beans, but he did well in the end. He fed it out to Stanton, who finished nicely. And Essendon well and truly back in town.
He did. He spent it before he got it. He saw the option and just fumbled. Thankfully, Stanton was there for him and was able to finish on the left and be good enough for the finish. Stanton starting at half forward there, followed the ball down. Isn't AFL football unbelievable? The game we think's going one way, and then like that, it changes.
No, a couple of goals for the Bombers against the flow herd. Scrambles it for Davey, brilliant. Peveril jams it on the boot, and good mark taken by Stanton again.
How did
Needed
Davey
to be
get out
brave
of that?
there.
How did Davey get out of that situation?
Yes, it was
Cat-like.
freaky stuff. Brent Stanton coming in for disposal number 20. And for goal number 3, just you see the eyes darting sideways, looking for an option perhaps from 55. Drop punt, it's close. It's home, is it? No, it's still in. Ladson, numbers with the Hawks in the last line. Superb stuff from Davey. And Gillum knocks it out wide to Hodge, who backtracks. They need to be careful here, Hawthorn. Davies back into it again. It's a free kick. Superb stuff from Elwyn Davey. And the Bomber fans applaud. That is just superb forward pressure. Look at this smother.
Stand up and applaud. What an effort. Gets up.
Well, that was the first
again.
effort. There was 3 efforts there, and you can see him gasping for air because that was just brilliant stuff from Elwyn Davey. Wouldn't it be great if he capped this off with a goal to put the Bombers in front?
Just get composed. It was a big effort. Just get your breath. Go back. Take your time.
Right up against the paint, deep in the right forward pocket. Elwyn Davey. Little left foot kick. He's kicked it straight to Campbell Brown. He had the line right. Just no strength in the putt.
Now,
to use Australian parlance, he was knackered.
He was. Correct me if I'm wrong, though, but it is 5 metres inside that the players must stand. Is that correct?
Yes.
I reckon they were 2 metres, 3 metres at the most. He had no room to be able to move then.
Sewell gets it at half forward for the Hawks. This is a hard running game. He kicks it inside 50. Missed the target. Socket off the ground. I think it was Fletcher, wasn't it?
Yep.
And it's a free kick, and it's going to be taken by Lewis. Too far out to score. Short to Mitchell. He plays on, sweeps it to Birchall. From 2 steps, it's a thumping kick. Franklin's there. Is it still in play? No, it's a point to Birchall. This is a good game of football.
It's ebbing and flowing so much. You think it's going one way and then the opposition's able to get back into the game. It's been a really good game to watch.
Hurd places it for Watson. We needed to be strong. He's out number 3-1. Birchall swoops on the loose ball. Hits Roughhead on the chest. 50 from goal.
Wrestle at centre forward. And a Hawthorn player is hurt.
Yeah, Heffernan was the other man involved in that little tango. I'm not sure what happened there.
Yeah, it was almost a body slam by Heffernan.
He's been quiet, Jared Roughhead. 3 disposals only. But he can kick it a long way from 55 metres. Drop punt looks pretty good. What a wonderful kick. Hawks further in front. So Jared Roughhead with just his 4th disposal. In fact, he's got the least disposal count on the ground. Kicks a great goal from outside 50 and gives the Hawks some breathing space.
They are using the ball pretty well, Hawthorn, this week. Early in the game, they're fumbling a little bit, turning over the ball, but certainly since then have been pretty spot on with their target hitting.
Hawks by 10 points. Luke Hodge wins possession to Crawford. It's a strange handball. Essendon go inside 50. Lucas got to beat Brown. Johns tried to smash through the tackle. Got it to Lucas. Lucas loads up. He loves these. Superb stuff from the Bombers. We'll give 3 of those points to Courtney Johns because he made the play.
Yeah, he attracted 2 or 3 of the Hawthorn defenders, and we watch it here. The ball gets ricocheted, and he just takes them on, attracts the numbers, leaves Lucas free. There were 2 players outside Scott Lucas, Vossi, that he should have given the handball. He didn't, but he did kick the goal. There's the 2 runners you can see just to his left. Eyes only for the goal, Scott Lucas. And he was able to kick it. Rough, tough play from Courtney John, setting up the Lucas goal. And the margin back to 4 points in favour of Hawthorn.
I don't think Lucas believes in no U-turns.
Here they go again. Watson criticised for his kicking, but that was a beauty. Lucas couldn't hold on. Oh, Stanton overruns it. Allows Brown in. Vandenberg, who's been very busy in this third quarter, the captain. Around the body, McVeigh kept his eyes on the ball. Loops the handball over the top to Welsh. Look out. Confronted by Birchall. Back towards Mark Johnson in a pickle. What's the umpire going to do here? Oh, gee, bit lucky, I think, the Bombers. No, he's penalised him. I thought for a moment he was going to ball it up, but McGlynn with the free kick on the wing.
He goes inboard to Taylor. He's got a loose man at centre-half forward. It's Young. Gives off the handball. There's three Hawks there. Ends up in the arms of Ladson, who should goal, but misses.
This game is like a game of poker at the moment. I'll see your bet and I'll raise you. It's like that at the moment.
Yeah, perfect description. I said, I think halfway through the second quarter, just play the last 10 minutes. I think that's when it'll be decided. And, well, I guess the good news for Hawthorn is that they've won four of the 5 final quarters this year. They are known as fast finishers. But who knows in this game? It's only a 5-point margin. Picked up by Young. Not much of him. He can find the football. Mitchell onto the left boot. Franklin's been quiet. He's one out here. Franklin got both hands on the footy. He might still kick a goal. He kicks it. He kicks it. He's got 6.
I don't think I've ever seen Franklin so dangerous, look so dangerous in the air. And he's cat-like on the ground, we know, and the second effort is what gets him that goal. But he just looks dangerous in the air.
Yep.
Even against quality opposition like Fletcher, he's looking very dangerous.
He's so tall. He's 6'5". Yep.
Unbelievable. Ball hits the ground.
And he can jump.
Keeps his feet.
Back
Second
to back,
effort.
back to back half dozens for Buddy.
Yeah.
Well, he's done it 4 times. He's done it 4 times in his career now. 6 goals on 4 occasions in his career. And obviously plenty of time left for a career best. Watson puts the head down. Umpire McBurney calls for it. Margin out to 11 points. The Bombers, every time they look threatening, the Hawks have the answer. Taylor and Laycock. Umpire McBurney throws it up this time. An arm wrestle. Taylor gets it down towards Mitchell. He's wrapped up, so...
Watch the hands, thank you.
Thank you. Now, Paddy Riders, now that was paid not by umpire McBurney in control, but from the umpire in the forward 50 for the Bombers. Handball off to McVeigh. Wide, Mark Johnson. Open forward line here. Johnson kicks it long towards Stanton in the pocket. Fist coming. Mitchell first to seize upon the loose ball. Birchall. And again the Hawks getting numbers back. Oh, Lewis dropped the mark he should have taken, but he's got time. Wasn't a great kick. Laycock did superbly initially and then tackled McGlynn high, so a free kick to McGlynn.
9-2 the free kick count this quarter in favour of the Bombers. But you have to say the umpiring this afternoon has been excellent. Crawford out wide to half forward and the mark's taken by Boyle. Franklin provides the lead. Ran into traffic. Hodge! Well, it's back out to 17 and takes a player of great skill off just 1.5 steps to do that, Michael Voss.
Clean, very clean. Ball bounces, makes that easier than it looks. And he just whacked it on the boot with direction, finished with a goal, pure skill.
Great stuff from Luke Hodge. Ryder in the ruck, gets it down. Sharked by Mitchell. Couldn't get the handball away. Watson could. Jason Johnson, love it. Puts on the accelerator. Past Saul. Took a couple of bounces. Runs to 55, and that is a poor option. because he had no one forward. The only player within 40 metres was Campbell Brown, and he accepts it gleefully. Pokes it wide, and the mark taken by Osborne.
He played that well, Campbell Brown. And as Crode's got the ball in the midfield.
And Hurdy's now pushing back into defence as a spare man, just to block him up a little bit.
Well done by Boyle to get to the contest in the end. Good desperate stuff from Mark Johnson. Vandenberg's in there. Boyle has another crack. McPhee wants the free kick and gets it.
Just dragged it in. No attempt, Richie. No attempt.
When there's
The two Hawthorn blokes were fighting for it.
When there's 4,000 players on you, that is impossible to get out.
Out of the mark. No, he was next to you.
Hurd. Oh. Well, I shouldn't have questioned his skill, should I? Pinpoint pass. And Watson.
Gee, I love the way the Hawthorn players work on the mark. They are
they have
so
been
ferocious,
haven't they?
Every time. Great discipline to have. Fletcher, gee, that is a dangerous kick towards half forward. Numbers with the Hawks, and Lovett arrives, couldn't control it. Campbell keeps the hands free and does it very well. Guerra, the non-dominant side, kicks to Young. Now it opens up for the Hawks. Clinton Young, casual bounce. He's got runners in support. One of them's McGlynn. McGlynn, can he find a target inside attacking 50? Almost got towards Boyle. Up to Osborne now. Oh, loose player in the goal square was Lewis. He's still got a chance. Needs to get around Fletcher. Handball back to Franklin. Franklin back to Lewis. Lewis, can he squeeze a goal? Loose player in the goal square. Goal. Thomas Murphy kicks the goal, and the Hawks worked it through very cleverly. And they're very composed. The Bombers have thrown everything at them in this third quarter, but they've had all the answers.
Hawks by 23. They had to work overtime to get it, but they did in the end through Tom Murphy. In the goal square, the little toe poke, or Joe the Goose as Wayne Carey calls it. But it counts for 6 points. And now the Bombers, can they respond again? As Jason Johnson puts him inside 50. Oh, attacking it was Crowe, just in the end went without it. Oh, Johns, bang. Like a pinball machine there was Campbell Brown. He's bounced off him.
They are outrunning Essendon at the moment, Hawthorn. They are running and spreading quickly and catching them out at the moment.
Jason Johnson ducked the tackle, got the handball out. Oh, intercepted though by Guerra just as Lovett was off and running into an open goal. Brent Guerra, good kick. Oh, Roughhead spilt the beans. Bad miss, turnover. Lucas to Ryder. Good contest from Osborne. Young did well. Tackled by Stanton. Good contest from both teams. Will have a bounce on centre wing.
Thanks, Youngie. Thanks, mate.
And there's the Hawthorn forward line. That's been the setup for most of the afternoon, where there's been 3 players in the forward 50 and everyone else up the ground.
Here's another chance as McGlynn kicks towards Franklin. Fletcher in front. Oh, somehow it lands in the arms of Franklin, who kicks goal number 7. What a performance from Lance Franklin at the MCG. A career best 7-goal haul.
Michael Voss, I think we're witnessing the fact that a star is being born right now.
He sure is, and I hope Mum has this on at home, push and record, because he is having a day out. Just looks dangerous. When it gets in his area, he looks like he's going to get it. There's rare players when it falls into their area and they look like they're the ones that are going to get it. And at the moment, when the ball goes forward, he looks like he can score a goal.
29 points. Danger time now for the Bombers as Mitchell puts Hawthorn back inside 50. Lucas is back there. There's Franklin. Bangs into Lucas. Ball spills free. Michael and Fletcher are there. For vantage points. No, now it's coming back. Good umpiring.
What about the mark of respect they've had for Franklin? Fletcher's playing on him. Now Mal Michael has gone as a loose man standing in front of him. two of the probably modern day best fullbacks that we've seen over the last 7, 8, 10 years, and they're both playing on him.
Peveril kicks to Johns. Now Hurd. And good work from Birchall to spoil. So a minute left in the third quarter. Bombers in trouble.
I would still have Mel Michael on Lance Franklin.
Campbell against Ryder. And they nullify each other, really. Here's Mitchell. Over to Lewis. This is disposal number 19. Good smother by McVeigh. So looking at Franklin's stats, 13 disposals, 5 marks, couple of tackles, 7 goals, 2. McVeigh, quick kick. Birchall. Over the top of him is Heffernan. Steals the ball in the end to Watson. He hasn't got a lot to kick to here. He's got to carry. Now he draws the play. Handballs to Dyson. They need a goal here, Essendon. Love it. Gets the kick out, but to no avail. It's going to miss everything. And some respite for the Hawks.
Lacked a bit of structure, Michael, going forward a few times.
Yeah.
The Bombers with no one across the full forward line. There's been 3 or 4 times where players have had it 60 from goal and had nowhere to go. Taylor, oh, he took them on. Now a chance for Lovett. Well tackled by Crawford. Dispossessed him, then retrieved the footy and got it to Sewell. Superb stuff. Advantage played. As Campbell Brown bursts from defence. A couple of bounces. He'll keep going. 4. Now he kicks to a vacant goal square. Where will it bounce? Oh, he's kicked across the face as the siren goes. Just needed a straight bounce, and it would have been the nail in the coffin, you would have thought, for the Essendon side. But at three-quarter time, 15-8 plays, 11-3, 29-point advantage to the Hawks.
Well, I think Hawthorn have just counterpunched time and time again. Their midfield and their run has just been too much for Essendon, and through that quarter, they've just keep pushing and pushing. And when they've gone forward, they've had Lance Franklin there on fire, just been in superb form, and it's been a pleasure to be able to watch. But yeah, Essendon have some work to do in this last quarter to make up some ground.
Onto the left boot. Franklin's been quiet. He's one out here. Franklin got both hands on the footy. He might still kick a goal. He kicks it. He kicks it. He's got 6.
Everyone else up the ground.
Here's another chance as McGlynn kicks towards Franklin. Fletcher in front. Oh, somehow it lands in the arms of Franklin, who kicks goal number 7.
Now, when I said Franklin was being quiet, he'd been quiet in the third quarter because he's got 7. It's 15-8, 98 the Hawks. Essendon 11-3, 69. 29-point buffer at the last change. And the Hawks are strong finishers. They won 4 of the 5 last quarters this season. Crawford 22. Jason Johnson playing a great return game for the Bombers with 24 disposals. But it's all aboard the Buddy train this afternoon. He's been the star with 7 goals, 5 in the third quarter and 5 in the second quarter and 2 in the third quarter. As we look at the fresh legs, Michael Voss.
Well, Hawthorn love to be able to rotate their midfield, and there's some fresh legs there to be able to play out the rest of the game. But they have so many changes. It's a strength of theirs. They like to be able to run and carry the ball, and they're certainly testing Essendon out into that area.
Jason Johnson, Elwyn Davey and Joe Watson still haven't played a lot of game time, so despite the fact that Hawthorn are very good in their final quarters, perhaps some hope for the Bombers because some of their key players haven't had a lot of game time.
Well, they need to be able to take some risks. They need to flick the ball on, get the ball going forward, because they haven't been able to generate any one-on-one contests in their forward 50, which is their strength.
Andy Maher.
And that's exactly what Gary Ayres was saying to his defenders, Vossi. It's very rare when you see the assistant coach giving his group an absolute bake. That is absolutely what Gary Ayres did at three-quarter time, demanding that his defenders run. They don't have a lot of run in their legs. Let's see if they can find something.
Hawks start the final term 29 points in front. Quick kick by Welsh. Gain 25 for his team. Winderlick. Number 25 for Jason Johnson. Kicks inside 50. A chance here for Essendon. Punt road end. 50 out. Campbell against Laycock. That's a high tackle, is it? No, umpire just caught blindsided there. Hodge forced a handball. Birchall doubles back. Now Lewis, number 20 for Jordan Lewis. Averaging 29 disposals a game this season. In the middle is Crode. Back after injury. Takes the mark.
Oh, play on.
That's fine there. Hold it there.
And Crode goes to short option. Finds Sewell.
Got 2 metres, James.
Sewell on centre wing has had the job this afternoon on James Hird. Hird's had 23 disposals. Crawford. Kick towards Franklin, and he marks on his chest despite the pressure coming from Dustin Fletcher. Anguish for Essendon fans, but Buddy Franklin will line up for goal number 8.
And that is not Dustin Fletcher's fault, because Heffernan got caught watching the ball, did not go to Crawford, and Crawford was able to play on easily and then be able to deliver that ball. You can't stop that as a defender.
Franklin's kick 7. Can't bring this back. Contest. And Laycock decides just to thump it through for him, rushed behind. So an even 5-goal advantage now to the Hawks.
Fletcher goes shortish.
I think that kick in shows what Essendon will try and do this quarter. Take some risk, go up the middle.
Peveril kicks to Johns, who's a huge man but just doesn't do enough, does he, Michael?
No, well, his leads are great, of course. We know he takes a great mark, but it's then the secondary, when the ball hits the ground and how you get after it. He's just got to be able to add that to his game.
Hird, who's had plenty of it, number 24 here. Fletcher's run hard from deep in defence. Out to McVeigh, and he takes the slider. So patient build up here from the Bombers. They need the first goal. They can't get it, and it's all but game over. Long bomb. In front is Johns. Yes, no, not quite. And he did all the hard work.
No, hit the ground. Thanks, Rick.
We'll have a bounce. 40 out from Essendon's goal.
There's the Johns attempt. Gillum affecting the spoil. Laycock. Hird. Winderlich feeds it back. Peveril. Further back to McVeigh off a step from 50. Drives it long to the goal square. Brown got back and fists it through for a rush behind. So Hawthorn in defence. They've done a very good job this afternoon.
Kick in finds Birchall. Goes short to Shane Crawford, coming up for number 24. What a player he's been for the Hawks. 32 years of age now. Averaging 24 disposals so far a game this season. And Campbell's found some space short to Boyle on the half volley. Campbell follows it up. Interesting kick into space. Hawks have the numbers, but the bounce favours the Bombers, and they're away now. They're still alive as Peveril kicks towards James Hird.
Well, the Bombers need a goal. 29 points. 4.5 minutes into the final term. Need to get the ball rolling. Try and build some momentum. Peveril try to get it to the back. Missed. Crode. Wild handball straight to Lovett. Here's an opportunity for the Bombers. Lovett kicks it towards half forward. This time from Gillum. Followed up by Davey. Davey, an open goal. He kicks it and puts it through. That's just what the Bombers needed. Margin back to 23 points and a ray of hope for the Bombers.
Well, it was just wonderful front and square there from Davey. Got in front, couple of steps and then goes bang. He's very lethal around goals. He knows where they are, and they need a bit more like that. Being going straight up the middle, get into attack mode, take some risks.
Robert Campbell has a breather. Alvin Davey has 2 goals, and Essendon is still alive. Hawks by 23. Mitchell just threw it on the boot. Torpedo. It was a pretty effective kick into the pocket. Franklin's there. Fisted it down. Now Franklin again. Hemmed in on the boundary line. Good tackle, Fletcher. Turnover. Now Davey. And his kick finds Jason Johnson. To McVeigh. Kick couldn't find Winderlick. Birchall. Over to Ladson. That's a clever kick. Good vision. And he's spotted up Boyle, who'll line up. Kicking from about 51 metres out.
And this is what Hawthorn have been able to do most of the game, is when Essendon have been able to counter punch. So this is a big kick for Essendon and Hawthorn for that matter.
So Boyle's got 1. Kicked that in the first quarter. Have to produce his best here. Oh, the goal umpire doesn't move. So that was a beautiful kick from distance, wasn't it?
Did it comfortably. Got the journey easy, and the umpire did not move. Just good decision making, good presenting. And turnovers in the middle of the ground, they really hurt nowadays. With teams so good with their possessions going forward, a turnover can really catch you out.
And another footballer with a tat on the inside of the arm.
Kevin Sheedy, some real concerns now. And it's been the story of the second half. Every time the Bombers have threatened, Hawks have had the answer. McGlynn taps it towards Sewell, and that was crude from James Hird. So a free kick to Sewell. Mitchell, run outside from Ladson. Kicks it high to the central location. McPhee couldn't handle it. Michael tries to thump it away and then gathers it at ground level. Well played by Mel Michael. McVeigh made Jason Johnson reach, but he was up to it. Peveril, now Dyson. They've got run through the midfield. He gives it up straight to Crawford. Oh, there's players, plenty of them inside the attacking 50, and one of them is Ben Dixon. He thought about going, now he does. He kicks into the pocket and Boyle's marked.
Well, it's fine to run and take risks, and the defence did that there, but that's what catches you out. Here it is again.
There's the Dyson.
There it is. When all your players have made the play, they're now on offence, and the forwards have stayed back and catches everybody out.
So Tim Boyle for his second goal within 2 minutes. He pops it through. Hawthorn out by 35.
Well, Hawthorn have been very good in that area today. Their work rate has been sensational. Their ability to be able to turn over the ball, turn over the possession in the middle of the ground has been a feature. Their work on the mark, they're pushing back into defence. They've done all the hard things today.
Well, it's not quite game over, but, well, one more here. Be curtains for the Bombers. Hawks by 35 early in this final term. Boyle's now got 3. Dixon's got 3. Franklin's got 7. Just relentless in their running, the Hawks today. Mitchell back to Hodge. Kicks loose off the side of the boot. Davey got clean bowl, but has a chance to butter up. Now, can he use it? Not a lot on offer. Forced to go backwards to Michael. Still not a lot on offer. Still not a lot on offer. Shrugs the roughhead tackle pretty easily. And it's returned to whence it came. Peveril. Brown's been excellent.
He has had a really, really good game, Brown. There was going to be one key person for Essendon that was going to score the goals, and that was Lucas. But he's just done a wonderful job on him today.
Here he is again after Stanton kicked it inside attacking 50. Clearing kick to space beyond the wing for the Hawks. Out comes Boyle to meet it. Can he control it? Good pressure coming from Bolton. Boundary thrown between wing and half forward for the Hawks. And despite the fact that the Bombers got away to a flyer, after 14 minutes it was 4 goals to 1. Bombers led by 19 points. But Hawthorn, since that point, they've really dominated proceedings. Mitchell in and under again. Sewell underrated. Vandenberg, good return from the captain to Crawford. Young has been valuable as well. Late inclusion for Chance Bateman. Tips it over the top, and Vandenberg goes back with courage. And has marked 40 from goal. Now that could be returned. It's been overturned. It's been reversed.
Look at Vandenberg yell at McGlynn. Vandenberg is furious. Vandenberg gave McGlynn an awful spray.
Watch it again. There's a clear mark, and McGlynn comes in here. Oh, gee.
I'm going to kick a goal.
He wasn't happy about that. That was his moment in the sun.
What did you do that for?
Fletcher finds Laycock.
No wonder the skipper's upset. He's just about to kick a goal.
He almost drew a line in the sand with his teammate. It was a stupid thing to do, and now we've got a 50, so a touch of stupidity from the Hawks might keep Essendon in the game.
Gee, it's a fair 52.
Very generous.
Here's the explanation.
You ran over the mark. I whistled you back. You didn't come back.
So Laycock, a must-kick goal for the Bombers. Kicking from 45 out, slight angle. He's tugged it left.
So the margin 30. Essendon runner, you heard it there, umpire McBurney. The Essendon runner was in the 50.
On the mark.
So Crode with the free kick at half back, kicks towards Crawford. Well done, Dyson, enough pressure there. Ryder, little clumsy. Now Sewell. Young, who's been very good. He loads up with that left foot of his. Kicks it long to the goal square. Franklin! Couldn't hold on that time.
What about the buzz when Franklin goes around the ball at the moment with the crowd?
Well, he's playing his 40th game of football today, Lance Franklin. It's been his best. He's up to the season now, 21 goals for the season, almost be leading the goal kicking by the end of the round.
Yep.
I think he'd be even.
One more and he will lead the goal kicking.
Favola has 21, and he is now on 21 himself.
Hurd at half back, disposal 27, and his kick finds Ryder. He's got a couple of loose bombers here. You've got to get it moving quickly. Lucas is a long way from home. Out wide to Monfries. He's been quiet, and he's still learning the game, young Angus Monfries, and his kick finds McVeigh. And Mark McVeigh kicking from about 49 metres out. Kick favours the left footer. It's across the face, and that's a mark in front. Good mark by Campbell Brown.
He's got a remarkable vertical leap, Campbell Brown.
Looking a bit sore, Campbell Brown, but he's played a wonderful match. And this is another exciting young talent for Hawthorn, Birchall. There's McGlynn, who's been berated by his skipper.
He
tries to get it back.
Oh, no!
Give him another one, Banders.
He's got something against the captain.
I stand to be corrected, but I think they shared a house for a while.
There's that vertical leap from Campbell Brown. Two-stepper.
He must have
Won't be invited back tonight for a beer.
He must have hugged the blankets because...
Watson, Peveril, over the top, Mark Johnson, slips of Vandenberg, tackles, gives a handball now to Dyson. What will Ricky Dyson do? Kicks to a central location. John's in a good spot here. And Courtney Johns will kick from 20 metres with really no angle to speak of, and should kick Essendon's 13th goal.
Well, that's been a rare sight. The one-on-one contest, being able to carry the ball and kick it over the defence, just hasn't happened for Essendon today because Hawthorn have been very disciplined in pushing numbers back.
So Courtney Johns has a bit of to do off the ball as Johns comes in and kicks a goal. So the Bombers have 13, but they still trail by 29 points. As we watch Ricky Dyson again. Good vision here. Hard up against the line, but he brought it back to Courtney Johns, who was in a dangerous position, and good body work. Notice no hands in the back there from Courtney Johns.
Oh.
He did it well.
Textbook.
Now the Bombers hanging in there. They're 5 goals down. 8.5 of actual game time left as Ryder throws it on the boot. It's a floater. Johns got there first, couldn't take the mark. Guerra caught high. No doubt about that one.
Trent, they stopped.
Almost lost his hair.
Not even the most one-eyed Essendon supporter could argue with that one.
Just a high tackle, nothing else.
So Guerra
Play on yours.
to Brown, and Taylor's loose at half forward. Kicks in the direction of Franklin, who worked his way to the front, and it'll favour his left side. The mouth guard goes into the shorts. Share it under the arm. Franklin.
Don't pretend. Go back, kick the goal.
For goal number 8. This is a very tight angle. He's playing on. Franklin kicks.
Oh!
It's a goal! He's got 8. Well, this is one out of the box.
Well, 7 minutes and 30 seconds to go. 10 is not out of the question.
He does so well here because basically toe-to-toe, held his ground against Fletcher, then pushed off with one hand, knew where the ball was coming, and did it very cleverly. Gee, what a floater. Lance Franklin, what a game. 8 goals. He floated through his 8th from the angle, and, well, he's arrived. If not before now, he certainly has this afternoon as Mark Johnson hacks it towards half forward. Oh, Brown out of midair, just tried to thump it towards the line. Only as far as Welsh. 50 from goal, Andrew Welsh. Margin 35 points. Handball off to Lucas from just inside 60. Kicks it a long way. They'll contest in the goal square at the back, almost a mark to Michael. And it's forced through for a behind.
Quick kick in by the Hawks. Birchall takes the mark. And Lewis has run hard to receive.
They've run hard all day, Quarters. They've been superb in that area.
Kicks to Brown. Has he got enough in the tank? Oh, cleverly done, Campbell Brown. Here's Vandenberg. Gets a little handball from McGlynn. Vandenberg on the left foot. Franklin's caught behind. Fletcher went for the punch, missed. Now Dustin will take this out. Oh, that's intentional, is it? No.
That's what pressure does to you.
Yeah.
Fletcher could have gone for that mark,
Well,
and he
ordinarily,
didn't.
a player of his experience would have marked that.
He would have, but that's what pressure does
Yep,
to you. And
absolutely.
a player who's got 8 goals, when you're playing on him, you just want to clear the area, get it out of here. I don't want it here.
Lucky not to be pinged there, Fletcher.
Very lucky.
So a boundary throw in, 52,047 here at the MCG. And I'm sure most would agree this Hawthorn side is really starting to emerge. Davey, love it. Now the run provided by Mark Johnson through the middle of the ground. Out comes big Mel Michael, who's been moved to full forward. He marks 45 from goal. Didn't spend too many days in the forward line for Brisbane, but did for Collingwood before he went to Brisbane.
5 metres.
Yeah,
Has kicked the odd goal.
28 in his career.
Yep.
Thanks very much, Sam.
I wouldn't write it down just yet, but he's not a bad kick.
He's a very good point kicker. From 50 metres, thank you very much. Goal to the Bombers.
Well, that's eventuated just for the... Mal Michael's gone forward and Lucas has gone back. That's been the major change. And that's probably the best running that we've seen from Essendon for quite a while in this game. And we're able to flow the ball through the middle of the ground and find Mal on an uncontested lead. And Lucas, there he is on picture. He has gone back and Mal Michael has pushed forward, which led to that goal, of course, for Mal.
Taylor, the tap, did it nicely to Mitchell. Osborne. And there's Hawks everywhere here on members wing. Taylor feeds it out to Crawford. Little wonder Lewis, who can go on here and set up Franklin, though he goes into the pocket to Roughhead. So Jared Roughhead was on his correct side. And he's kicked one.
Franklin get on the lead here, or
taken ahead of Lance Franklin in the draft. Just across the face. Jared Roughhead taken pick 2 in 2004. And Lance Franklin taken pick 5 in 2004.
Fletcher at fullback. Davey. Some exhilarating play this afternoon from Alwyn Davey. He's thrilled this crowd of in excess of 52,000. Stanton. But it's very stop-start for the Bombers. No flow to their game whatsoever. Hurd called to play on off a step. Well done by Gillum, fisting away from McPhee. In fact, it was Johns. Now Jason Johnson a chance. Monfries under pressure, kick inside, attacking 50. The Hawks with the numbers, and Campbell Brown waits underneath it and marks. Off to Guerra, and the Hawks another opportunity to go forward.
Jordan Lewis, not a lot to kick to. Mark Johnson told to stop whinging by one of the umpires. Never let a bounce. Peveril and Jason Johnson, 30 disposals each for Essendon. Hurd's got 28 for the Hawks, 27 to Crawford, 23 now to Lewis. Dyson fed it out to Stanton. And he goes to Michael and got both hands on the foot. He got the free kick. Well, there's an irony. The advantage is going to be paid, is it? I think it is. It's going to be a goal anyway to Essendon. I think it was Winderlick. I'm not sure who it was. We'll have to have a look at a replay. We had our eyes on Mal Michael, who was going back to take the kick for goal. Let's have a look here. So Stanton was the kicker. Michael got pushed. He didn't seem to be a lot in that. And it was, in fact, Winderlick who slotted it home. So it's the Hawks by 23 points.
Pretty quiet this afternoon. Jason Winderlick averaged 22 disposals in the opening 3 rounds. Missed a couple of games and back. And at the moment has 15. Ryder up high, but beaten by Campbell in the centre. Mark Johnson fighting hard. James Hurd again. Around the body, gets some penetration towards half forward, but out comes Murphy. Dropped the simple chest mark. Tries to knock it forward. The Hawks have got the numbers, but Winderlick fights hard. They arrive now, the Bombers. Mark Johnson, kick went about 5 metres. Stanton scrambles it to half towards full forward. Courtney Johns picks it up, kicks, and is way off target. Missed by a long way. Free kick to the Hawks in the back pocket.
Could have made it slightly interesting.
Just for the last 3 or 4 minutes.
Play on, you're inside, play on.
Birchall. Finds McGlynn.
That's it.
Who's learned a valuable lesson in this last quarter.
And Jordan Lewis ran 150 metres to get that ball.
Now Crowd.
Move it on. Play on.
Now the Hawks just happy to maintain possession here in the dying minutes. Luke Hodge. Birchall runs hard to the wing. In fact, it's not Birchall, it's Gillam. Top boot to ball and gain another, what, 35, 40 metres in the end for his team, so well worked. And as the Hawks are out of danger now. They have their 4th win for the season, 4-2. The Bombers will be 3-3. And now their last 4 matches against the Bombers of the Hawks. Brown had a ripping game. Over to Mitchell. Looking for Roughhead against Lucas. Roughhead stuck out the mitt and taken the mark.
Party tricks are out now.
So Roughhead from about 55. Great kick. He's got his second. Some icing on the Hawthorn cake. As I said, Roughhead taken pick 2 back in 2004. Lance Franklin taken pick 5.
Roughhead's played 1 more game, but there's enough there to show that in a long-term sense, Jared Roughhead's going to be a very valuable player for the Hawks as well. And if in 5 years' time Roughhead and Franklin are playing up forward for the Hawks, gee, it's going to be a formidable combination. And a great effort, Court, as you mentioned. The Hawks have now won the last 4 against the Bombers. Before that, from 1998 to 2005, the Bombers won every match between these clubs. Chance now for Taylor. Pokes it forward towards Lewis. Good fist in there by McVeigh. McVeigh outnumbered. McGlynn. Roughhead in there, trying to force it forward. Umpire letting it go. McVeigh.
Oh, desperation.
By McGlynn.
Oh.
Franklin. Oh, something from nothing. He's kicked 8, 9. He's kicked 9. I've lost count. Oh, Buddy Franklin. Well, it was just one of those mauling packs. The umpires just let it go, and somehow it dribbled out to Lance Franklin, who found himself in a couple of metres of space, and he kicks goal number 9.
Well, that's why it happened.
Yeah.
That last little lunge.
The last time a Hawthorn player kicked 10 goals was the Chief, Jason Dunstall, in 1996.
Gee.
Well, I mean, we're talking the last couple of minutes of this game, and you've seen effort like that by a Hawthorn player, and that's what sets the standard for this team, and that's what they've done all day, and they've put Essendon under tremendous pressure, and Franklin has capitalised.
Well, he's got 9.
Now the focus goes on him.
He hasn't had any gifts either, has he? I mean, he's worked hard for all of his goals. Been a bit lucky at times, sure, where the ball seems to have just landed in his lap, but he's been fantastic.
McVeigh. Ball fell to Sewell. Young's in there. Coughs it up. Birchall. Oh, love it. Pounce, but good tackle by Birchall. Hawks win it back. Ladson to Brown to Guerra. Kick it to Buddy, the crowd yells. All 50, well, not quite 52,000. Bomber supporters won't want to see it. McGlynn, he's looking for Franklin. He kicks to Franklin in the pocket. He won't get there.
And Sheeds would hate having 10 kicks to get kicked against him also. So he's got 2 other players back there to stop it from happening. There is a buzz now, though. You can feel it in the crowd. The anticipation.
Haven't seen 10 goals kicked since round 7 of last year. Fraser, Gehrig, Lewis, the base of the pack. McGlynn fighting hard. Winderlich kept his hands free and got the handball out to Mark Johnson. Advantage called. Peveril loops the handball to Lovett. Lovett's got speed. He outpaces Taylor and Birchall, but now has to stop and wait because he hasn't got much to go to. Chips it high straight to Trent Crowe.
That's all the options he had.
There's the siren. And a huge win for the Hawks, and that man has been the star. As I said earlier, a star has been born this afternoon at the MCG. Franklin has kicked 9, and the Hawks have won by 35 over their arch enemy Essendon. Hawks at one stage trailed by 19 points in the first quarter. So it's been a pretty big turnaround as we go onto the MCG. And guess who Andrew Maher is speaking to?
Yeah, well, it's great to be able to chat to him, mate. Spectacular performance today. Well done.
No, it's good for the team to get up. We knew we had to do it. We're 4-2 now, so we're just looking forward to the end of the season, and hopefully we can get a few more wins on and see what happens.
I'm sure they'll all be delighted that you're talking about the team before the individual, but 5 goals in a quarter of footy. When was the last time you did that?
It would probably be school football last time I did that. But look, I was lucky to kick the goals. They fell my way, so I'm lucky I put them through, so it was good for the team.
Just describe for us what it's like when you're in the zone like that, where everything just seems to come off.
I was pretty lucky sometimes, but I'm lucky they came off. It was good. It was really good, so I'm happy.
And the cooperation not only between everybody in the team, but between the forwards inside 50, all the 3 and 4 tall blokes, you all seem to work really well in unison with one another.
Look, we've got four blokes inside 50, so we're working as a team and we're all sharing a goal, so it's really good.
Mate, even Essendon supporters would have enjoyed seeing what you did today. A sensational performance, well done.
Thank you.
Good on you. Back to you, lads.
Lance Franklin, 20 years of age, finished the day with 18 disposals, 8 marks and kicked 9 goals too. As Essendon, well, probably their lack of speed got found out again today, Michael.
Their midfield run, we know that's a strength of Hawthorn's, but they got left in their wake, Essendon, and they just couldn't generate any run, and when you saw the ball spread out into the open spaces, it was the Hawthorn jumper that was getting out there before Essendon. And look, I congratulate Lance Franklin for what he just said then. Their focus is on the team. It has been something that has been tried to be installed by Clarkson over a long period of time to get that discipline in place and that team ethics in place. And when all the focus will be on that man this week, there'll be a lot of articles written about him. He was worried about the team, and hopefully he can continue that.
Yeah, Richie Vandenberg celebrates his first game back in 2007 with a win. Hawthorn, in the end, 35 points over Essendon. Hawthorn's 4th win of season 2007, and they did it in style in the end, defeating Essendon by 35 points. The Bombers got off to a bit of a flyer in the first quarter, led by 19 points at one stage, but from then on it was pretty much all Hawthorn. 20-11, 131 to 15-6, 96. The star of the show, well, it was an easy 3 votes today. Lance Franklin, 9 goals, 2. Boyle kicked 3, Dixon chipped in with 3, and a couple to Roughhead, while for the Bombers, 2 each to Johns, Davey, Jason Johnson, Stanton and Welsh.